welcome everybody to the world-famous Magic Castle. This is the close-up gallery. So are you folks ready for a great magic show? Yes! Excellent, ladies and gentlemen. The performer you are about to meet is a Los Angeles native. His specialty in the close-up realm is in coins. He's about to wow you. Please put your hands together. Give a nice, warm, and a loud welcome for Mr. Tyler Rabbit.
Magic Castle, close-up gallery. Let's do this. 2018.
Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo. Kentucky Derby. Kentucky Derby. Saturday. Franklin Boulevard. I don't know the GPS coordinates. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the close-up gallery. The close-up gallery actually has a very interesting history to it. In the early 1500s, it was first discovered by an Italian explorer named Lorenzo Lamas. He was quite a he was like a renegade of his time. He was pretty hardcore. Excuse me, sorry.
Was he marvelous?
What happened was Lorenzo was walking down Franklin and he saw this bright, shiny. Sorry, you guys. The previous performer does this thing where he puts glitter makeup all over his face, and then he like rubs his face all over the table. I don't know what it has to do with magic. I think it's more like performance art. Also, I'm the previous performer, so I don't even know what I'm doing. So there's 4 pieces of glitter. 4 pieces of glitter. That's all I need. 4 pieces of glitter is all it takes to change the glitter into a beautiful rusty old washer. You guys. Washer. You were expecting something different. Okay, I'll see if using just one hand I can rectify this situation and give us hopefully what we initially wanted. A gold coin, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, very good. Much better than a washer, right? You like the washer, but let's go. I'm gonna compromise. I'll compromise. Let's do this. We'll see if we in midair. It's kind of a low ceiling situation here, but I'll try. If you keep a close eye on it, don't take your eye off it for a second. You'll actually hopefully see it change into something completely different in midair. That's a compromise. That's a brass coin with a hole going right in the center. Compromise. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right, you can check that out. Have a look at that. And while he's looking at that, I'll introduce you guys to the magic object from where I derive all of my power. I have a lucky coin that is very special to me. It gives me all of like the skill that I need to do everything, you know. And I locked it up in this brass box because I started getting really paranoid about losing it some time ago. Okay, I don't even know if it's in here anymore, but I can kind of hear something rattling around, makes me reasonably certain it's in this brass box. And so you, O person to my immediate right, are tasked with the responsibility of keeping a close peripheral eye. Okay. You can pick it up. It's fine. I mean, someone puts something in front of you, of course you're going to want to see it. Yeah, I'm teasing. Okay, but would you mind giving my lucky coin, which is in that box, give it a little kind of like activating rub of some kind. Everyone has a different technique. Guy last night was doing this, very accusatory. I like the kind of gentle massaging action. That's good. So that's going to give us all the power that we need. And here's what I'm talking about. I can now do some neat little magic tricks for you guys. I can make a circle on my hand, and this creates a very interesting scientific property. It also hurts a lot. But for the smiles on your faces, it's worth every minute. Talking to you, sir. Yes. The circle creates a repellent surface. Did you see that? I'll put the coin in my hand, and it actually repels out of my hand. Why it does that? It starts to kind of wear off after a while. After a while, it's just pathetic, really. So that's why I have to switch hands. The strange thing, though, is on this side, it's not a repellent surface. It's a bit different. On my left side, it's actually a repellent portal. See, it portals across. I put it here, and it portals across that way. I don't know what, it's really weird. But if you guys liked the repellent portal in my hand, and I think you did, you're going to love the repellent portal in my trousers, ladies. No, I mean, they're just, someone's really excited by men's slacks. I don't know. But if I put the coin in my pocket, this is kind of strange. If I put it in my pocket, it actually goes through the musty fabric of time and space, and emerges here in the now before all of you. I have a feeling, is this one coin thing kind of starting to wear a bit thin? Should we try some? Let's do a 2 coin thing. Did someone say 3 coins? 3 coins. Actually, as I look out at the appreciative and, dare I say, attractive crowd, I'm talking to you again, sir. I see a group that might like 4 coins. Very good. Thank you very much. Yeah, 4 coins. Nice balance to it, right? Okay, you guys can check those out, have a look at them, make sure they're legitimate and cool, make sure they're not like, you know, they don't like come apart, or they're not like magnetic, or like fake, kind of like weird, like multicultural Hanukkah gelt or something. They're just like normal, you know, they're just normal brass coins that I picked up at Pier 1. They're brass coins that I recently materialized from the ether right before your eyes. I'm sure you saw that. But do you want to activate the thingus? We have some really weird rules here at the Magic Castle. One of them is you're not allowed to put your drinks on the magician's table. It's not because of the obvious reason, right? It's not because of the reason that you would expect. You know? Of course, there's a small interdimensional portal, right? Just like in the hands, but it's in the table, and it moves slowly across the table. It saunters across the table in an S-like formation. You look. She's shaking her head. It does, I swear. But it doesn't even matter. And if you put your drink down at the wrong place at the wrong time, it goes crashing to the floor. But again, that's not the reason that you're not allowed to put your drinks on the table. That's the obvious reason. The real reason that you're not allowed to put your drinks on the tables, the green tables, in the Magic Castle is actually a lot more magical, arcane, and mysterious. I think you want you to leave a little wet ring. Alright, this might be a good time to point out that I write all these jokes myself. These are all handcrafted artisan jokes, microbrewed jokes. I could do the same like 20 jokes that a lot of magicians do, but that would be depriving you guys of originality. And this way you're only deprived of laughter, so it works out. But, okay, so let's do the, for those who have joined us here this evening specifically to witness the wet ring on the table miracle, you're going to be disappointed. All right, we're going to do something else instead. Hopefully this will actually be a lot better for you guys. 4 coins and 1 glass as a receptacle. Don't take your eye off this coin for a second. Watch closely. 1, 2, 3. And that's the first coin to travel through the portal in the table. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes, it goes through the... Check out the table. Make sure it's you know, solid and everything. You guys, I appreciate your delayed, if somewhat tepid response on that one. No, it's okay. It's because you didn't know what to expect, right? You know what the parameters of the demonstration. Yeah, you're not exactly. You know what the parameters are. It's like, wait, what's you know? So now that you know what's happening, this one has already gone through. It goes in the glass. 3 to go. I'll put this one right on the precipice of the portal, and if I move it over just 2 inches. It too goes through. Give me a lovely. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah. Let's see if we can get kind of crazy with this. We have a little port glass here. Would you mind putting your finger on top of the port glass for me to kind of weigh it down? And if you could take those 2 and count them into the glass one at a time over here.
Just like one.
Yeah. Excellent. 2 there still.
2.
Isolated. 2 and 2. Lift your finger up. Watch closely. Don't blink for a second, folks. I wonder if we can top that. I bet you and I could. We could probably top this. No, we're gonna do it together. Put your right hand out for a second, and yeah, perfect. And I'll give you 1. If I give you 2, if I give him 3, 4 coins, I want you to feel like what the weight of 4 feels like, because I'm going to subtract 1, and hopefully you would notice the weight increase if I were to somehow magically get this one back into your hand. It'd be 25% heavier, right? Yeah. Technically. Yeah. So, okay, take this hand, put it beneath the table, right about here, and you're going to knock, approximately there-ish. Okay, and with that, the other hand, show me where you're knocking. Okay, and this only works if the entire crowd does it together as a group. So everybody, 1, 2, 3. Move your hand. Hold on tight. Don't let go. Stay still. Hold your hand tight like this. Now open your hand like that. This one. That one.
The other one.
Take your hand out. Yeah, take your hand out. Put the coins on the table. Spread them out to thunderous applause. Now, I would love to take credit for that, but it actually has a lot to do with these coins. They're very nicely balanced. They're great for sleight of hand and stuff. I love them. I've been told actually that they're kind of beat up, but I've been told if you translate the characters on the fronts of the coins, it translates in English to my name, which is Tyler Rabbit. So they're kind of special to me. And the back side translates to the year of my birth. Pretty cool. And this was explained to me by my tattoo artist, who I trust implicitly when it comes to all matters of foreign language translation. Okay, so that's one of those micro-brewed jokes for you. Do you want to energize the box for a second? Cool, excellent. All right, I feel like we're... Okay, good. So, are you guys ready for the finale?
Yeah.
It feels a bit early for the finale.
Yeah.
It's a really long. Okay, so you're watching my lucky coin. I want to give you a lucky coin that you can actually take home with you. Just a great kind of like a. Did you say birthday boy? It was like 6 months ago. Finally got in. Congrats. People ask, like, where do you learn your magic? Did you apprentice with like crusty old men down by the wharf? Or did you like, study VHS tapes in the 90s? Tyler, how did you learn your craft? And the truth is that we have a library on the other side of the building, a magic library full of amazing magic books with tricks going back hundreds of years. Old, forgotten, antiquated, dusty volumes full of, magic waiting to be rediscovered. And I like to challenge myself and figure out how to update these old tricks for a contemporary audience. Okay? So with that in mind, for this next piece, I will need to borrow a gentleman's brass pocket watch and a small monogram with his kerchief. And this gentleman, he'll... All right, we're going to have to improvise. All right? In all seriousness, I went to a 4-year magic college. I'm just kidding, there's no such thing. I did go to college, and this is a trick I used to do in college. It's called the human change machine. Let's say I had a silver dollar, and I needed change for the Coke machine. Excuse me, folks, I'm sorry, this is what I would do. Mr. Pibbs and Fresco's for everybody. Is that an indicator of when I went to, yeah, Mr. Pibbs and Fresco's? Wow. Yeah, that was some time ago. Okay, so very important to point out, the coins were not actually in my nose. You know this, logically, but I'm reassuring you especially, the coins were not actually in my nose. I don't have the level of, not only is it gross, but I don't have the level of dedication and like just the true, true to the art form of the subtle classical art of magic to have like 4 coins riding in my nostrils. So I mentioned this, I'm very clear about this because as I said, I want you to have a lucky coin. You can pick any one of those 4 coins you want. It's his lucky coin. He gets to take it with him and keep it forever and ever. You can spend it in 5 minutes of parking, or you can, seal it in resin for the rest of eternity. Whatever you want to do. I'm going to put my initials on here though to make it, unique and different, so that we know which one is your lucky coin. And just full disclosure. Me putting my initials on here will not immediately increase the value of the coin whatsoever. At this point in time, I'm not really a household name, but hold on to it because you never know. I could go on a murderous rampage with a chainsaw. I'm not saying I would. The future is unknown. That's the point I'm trying to get across. Okay, so take the coin, and if you could take put your initials on the other side for me. And this makes it completely unique. And he really does get to keep it. It's not something where it's like, through a series of convoluted, procedures, the magician's gonna get his coin back from you, sucker, ha ha, I wouldn't do that to you. At least not for 25 cents. It's a lot of effort. That level of deception takes a lot of effort. Okay, so, and would you do me a favor and just kind of like, don't rub on it, but just sort of put your finger on it to make sure it doesn't come off. It's not like a dry erase type of thing. Like you wouldn't be able to make, clones. I mean, eventually if he rubs it forever, it'll come off. Okay. It's not like a duplicatable thing. It's a relatively, hopefully, unique object, short of like etching stuff onto it. It's there's the TREL point of mystery, right? And in the same way that she's watching that, you're going to keep a relatively close eye on the what were the initials? ELTR point of mystery, and I have something for you. Yes, you, sitting there so quietly, so patiently. It's a low level of responsibility, don't worry. For you I have, no. For you I have for you, nope. I've got for you, very good. For you I have a little box. Take the little box, there it is. Okay, hold it up high above your head. We found it, okay. And if you can put your hand out for a second, just like this, and you're gonna hold on pretty tight, like almost in a death-like vengeance grip, as tight as you can. Turn your hand over, rub the back of your hand 3 times, and that's gonna give us the power that we need for this to work. And by this, my friends, I mean a freaking miracle. All right, here we go. What is just your first name? What is your first name? Ed. The Ed Tyler coin of mystery. Watch closely, folks. 3 taps. 1, 2. The 3rd tap renders it totally invisible, and it's not even in the cap. I'm not sure why it would be really, but anyway, it's invisible, it's on the table, hold the box very still. I like how you're multitasking, that's good. Very still, excellent. There. Put it right there for a second. Did you feel it get heavier by any chance? A little bit? A little bit, I knew it. Okay, a little bit. Okay. This is pretty unbelievable, you guys. I hope you like this. This is the finale. Inside this box, it's real slow. It's pretty unbelievable. It's a mystery, really. Something I've always actually been puzzled about myself. How, I ask you, do they make matches so small? It's incredible that such a useful object can be so tiny. Is it miniature sawmills? elven sweatshops. I don't know, it's insane, but they're very small. Anyway, underneath all these matches, there's one coin that I can barely see where you put your right hand up for a second, Ed, and just verify in a loud, clear voice, is that our signed ELTR coin of mystery. Ladies and gentlemen. It's not, is it? That's more, it looks like a Chuck E. Cheese restroom. Matches in there. It's, ladies and gentlemen, the close-up gallery has just become the close enough gallery. Wait a second, I recognize this coin. This is my lucky coin. I have to think about this. This takes a second to wrap my head around because I locked up my lucky coin in that brass box that you're now gripping very tight in your hand, and it's here now. So what do you think the chances are our quarter might be in that brass box? Now, I posed that question to an audience some time ago, to which a woman in the back replied, "It's the Magic Castle, so it's actually pretty damn likely." And it's like, way to steamroll my finale, lady. Thanks for killing the suspense. All right, but it would be pretty amazing, right? Would that be a good finale, folks?
Yeah.
Because it's been sitting in front of you the entire time. You've had it tight in your hand for like 45 minutes. 4 to 5 minutes. A long time she's had it in her hand. Okay, put the box here, please. And this is the finale. I hope you like it. It's real slow, and I want you two to especially watch my hands and watch the box really closely. You guys too. Make sure and the rest of you, make sure I'm not using any like obfuscational words. I don't even know if obfuscational is a word, but okay, but just make sure I'm not doing any like last minute freaky deaky, switchy ditchy, tricky dicky stuff. Okay, so inside this box, ladies and gentlemen, sign. Did I mention I was very paranoid about losing my lucky coin? I might have pointed that out at the top of the act. I totally forgot about the second box, my friends. I'm sorry. I apologize. Inside the second box, I'm relatively certain, though.
There's another box.
See my act before.
It's been a while.
There's another one. Man, all right. Okay, 3 boxes. All kidding aside, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for checking out my act. My name is Tyler Rabbit. Hope you have a great 4 boxes.
Who does that?
Right. If it gets any smaller, it's not going to accommodate a quarter, right? So this is a good sign. Okay, so let's open this up real slow here. I've done this routine a number of times before, and so there are a lot of quarters out there that say TR. But there's only one, there's the TR, but there's only one that has your initials, EL, written in the exact place that you wrote them. Will you put your hand out for a second and just verify in a loud, clear voice, yes or no, is that your signed EL lucky quarter? I can't look. It is! It is! Very good. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, folks, thanks so much for watching my act here. This is just an appetizer. There's a lot of stuff to see and do here at the Magic Castle. Just, always remember to follow your dreams and make sure they're not following you. Thank you very much. Have a great night. Thank you.